Hey everybody, this is Final Flame Productions. Another Terminator Dark Fate update opinion video. The past few weeks have been pretty up and down. We've had the excitement of the trailer coming out, then the deflation of a pretty poor trailer. I think even most people would agree, even if you still are excited for the movie, that it's doesn't look. The trailer didn't really do it much justice. Then we had the leaks. There's been a lot of leaks. This is a spoiler warning if you haven't been reading leaks, whether those leaks were true. The leaks are suggesting that John Connor will die at the start of the movie. There's other leaks suggesting that Arnold is going to die. Did they say Sarah was going to die in one of them, and even Mackenzie Davis's character is going to die? So I've been getting confused by a lot of it. There's new leaks saying that they're going to reshoot things and change things. There's somebody else saying that John Connor doesn't die. It's hard to know who to believe. I think it's safe to say that the John Connor dying thing is looking more and more like it's likely going to happen, because you've said that Sarah Connor is going to be back. You've said that Arnold is going to be back. Your first trailer and your synopsis doesn't have any direct reference to John Connor, and he's to fans anyway, he's one of the most important characters, and they haven't mentioned him or won't mention him in any capacity, which suggests that they're hiding something, and the fact that they're going to kill him off would be a pretty big twist. And I think it's pretty much 99% chance that they're going to kill him off, based on these rumors. I had feared it before I read the rumors and the leaks, and now it seems even more possible. What I want to chat about today mostly is what is happening to the Terminator franchise. How has it gotten to this point where we've when Dark Fate comes out, we'll have 4 Terminator sequels after Judgment Day, Terminator 3, Salvation, Genesis, and now Dark Fate. This will be 4 movies, and if this Dark Fate turns out as bad as it's shaping up based on... I have a previous video on what I think of the John Connor thing. I think that's a really, really bad move. Terribly disrespectful and idiotic decision to kill off one of the main characters of your universe. But this is 4 movies. This movie, James Cameron's back in the creative chair, not directing, but he's a big part of it supposedly. That seemed like they might get it back on track, but this seems like it's turned out to be pretty awful. You look back at the guys that have made the previous movies: Jonathan Mostow, McGee, Tim Miller, doing this one, Alan Taylor, who made Genesis. Who is picking these people? Jonathan Mostow didn't really have much directing credits before or after Terminator 3. He made a Kurt Russell action movie called Breakdown that nobody's really seen. He made kind of a submarine drama with Matthew McConaughey and Bon Jovi called U571. McGee made music videos in Charlie's Angel movies. Alan Taylor Johnson made Thor 2, one of the worst MCU movies released, and he did some TV stuff. You got Tim Miller, who made Deadpool, which people like, but what about Deadpool would make you think that Tim Miller is a good fit for Terminator? And of course, lots of directors that didn't necessarily sound like a great idea turn out to be great ideas, but it's just a track record of all these guys. And I don't think anybody loves any of the Terminator sequels after Terminator 2. I quite like Terminator 3, but it has lots of trouble. It has lots of poor moments and lots of extremely odd decisions. McG probably made the less offensive of all the movies. It's the safest one, but even then it was pretty dull, and if you're being honest, Genesis was just all over the shop. So you question, with Miller now coming in and all the leaks suggesting that the story is a complete mess and that they're killing off John Connor. You just wonder who picks these guys. Why are they not getting better directors in? Is this the best that they can get? You look at Stallone, even Stallone, what he's did with his movies. The Rocky franchise, even if I like Rocky 4 and Rocky 3, they kind of went off base a little bit, but Stallone was able to bring it back and make it more grounded, and with the Creed and Rocky Balboa movies, that's what the Terminator franchise needs. Even Rambo, the two last Rambos, they're of course over the top, but they're a return to form from maybe a little bit more outlandish and a little bit kind of cheesy Rambo 2 and 3. So this is what Terminator needs, and this is what Tim Miller and them suggested would happen, but we don't seem to be getting that. The trailer was extremely bland. The Dark Fate trailer was extremely bland and very safe. There's none of what Tim Miller, as a guy that says he's a big fan, there's none of that shining through. It looks like he's just making a Genesis sequel, which is not a good thing. There really is no buzz or excitement for this movie. I mean, within the fan base, there's lots of talking, lots of arguing, but that's over the kind of crap fest that the whole thing's become. It's not kind of excitement. I think the general public, when they see another Terminator trailer, especially such a poor Terminator trailer, I remember saying back in several videos ago that they needed to get the trailer right. They didn't get the trailer right, so that means that the general public seeing the trailer are just going to be confused and just put off and bored by it. It goes back to that whole thing of it looks like it's going to be another Star Wars, if this does become a trilogy, which I'm not sure if it'll get that far, but killing off characters people love to set up new characters that people don't really care about. And if they're bringing in new characters, you got to kick it out of the fence, head it out of the fence with great casting, and Star Wars and Terminator haven't done that. I mean, the Terminator Dark Fate new cast, we haven't seen the movie, sure, but none of these actors, they don't scream excitement or popular characters. They just, you look for characters that are gonna really take your franchise forward, and is this who they think it's gonna be? I mean, Mackenzie Davis, is she gonna be the new lead Terminator character? She ain't no Arnie. She seems pretty dull. The reason Arnie was a great hero for the franchise is because it's Arnold Schwarzenegger. He's just so bigger than life and a really interesting lead character that people love. And even now, he's whatever age he is, so 70 plus, he's still extremely popular and likable. And this isn't a gender problem of being a woman who's going to be the lead Terminator hero. You could put Jai Courtney in there. You could put some bland male character in the role of Mackenzie Davis and still be the same. You need somebody interesting. You need somebody that's going to captivate and be engaging to the audience. None of the new cast look like that. And if it's the leaks are right and they're killing off the older characters, the franchise is in big trouble, and I don't think it's going to appease fans or general public. So what do you think? Do you agree with my issues with all the directors that have been chosen to make these movies? And what do you think? How do you think Terminator Dark Fate is going to turn out? And how do you think Terminator Dark Fate is going to turn out? Thanks for watching.